Daniel Kim is 27 years old. He's got a steady 9-to-5 job, works from home, and has plenty of free time. On paper, his life's fine, but he submitted an entry to the 30-day game plan, and he told me that he doesn't want to spend his 20s on autopilot. If you want your own game plan like this, you can click the link in the description. So here's what Daniel's version of being fine actually looks like. One of the responses he gave in the introduction form to the 30-day game plan said that he usually wakes up around 7:30, grabs his phone before he's even sat up, and starts doom scrolling instantly. Then he wrote that breakfast happens at his desk while he's checking emails, then it's work until 5. And when the workday's done, he'll spend most nights gaming or on YouTube until it's close to midnight. And so a quick little analysis that I did while reading his form was that there's nothing that's bad, but there's also nothing in the week that makes him feel like he's building towards something. And that's the trap. When things are fine, but not fulfilling, you can stay stuck there for years without realizing it. So in my response to Daniel, the first change we made was in his mornings. That first phone scroll in the morning might seem harmless, but it's actually training your brain to react to whatever's in front of you instead of starting the day on your own terms. So I told him to add what I call a morning interrupt. For at least the first 10 minutes after waking up, no phone. Instead, he's going to write down 3 specific things he wants to finish that day. And there's research behind this. You're psychologically more likely to act on goals you've written down. Even if the rest of your day goes sideways, that short list is like a compass you set yourself. The next thing we looked at was fitness. Daniel's goal was to go to the gym 3 times a week, but if he missed just 1 session, he'd write the whole week off. So I gave him what I call fallback habits. This is just a smaller version of the main habit that still counts as a win. If the gym isn't possible that day, then it's a 10-minute bodyweight workout or a short walk. The point isn't to be perfect. It's to keep the streak alive because momentum is so much easier to maintain than it is to rebuild from zero. And that's something that I really tried to hone in on with Daniel in this game plan. Daniel also said he wants to cook more instead of ordering in, but he keeps falling off due to inconsistencies. Part of that is because he feels like if the meal isn't impressive, it's not worth doing. I told him to remove that pressure completely. The goal, especially right now, isn't to be some master chef. It's to make something from his own kitchen at least twice a week, especially since his goal is to stop doing takeout as much. Even if it's basic, it counts. And so I gave him the example that this morning after my own gym session, I took a pan, melted some butter, threw in 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of yogurt, and a slice of cheese. That's not winning any awards, but it was healthy, it was quick, and it kept my momentum going instead of defaulting to ice cream for breakfast. Another big one was his evenings. Because he works from home, when 5 p.m. hits, he's still sitting in the same spot he's been in all day, literally 8+ hours. That makes it way too easy to slide straight into gaming or YouTube without even realizing that the night is slipping away. So I gave him what I called an evening interrupt. The second work ends, he has to leave his desk, change his clothes, wash his face, or move to a different room. And if he can, take a short walk outside. Even though it's summer right now, so I know it's tough. But eventually, yeah, a walk outside would be great. That small reset might sound simple, but it's often the difference between a wasted night and a night that you actually enjoy. Weekends were another pain point for Daniel. Daniel told me that a couple years ago, his weekends were more social and he'd try new things. Now, they're just longer versions of his weekdays. So I told him to commit to 1 different weekend block. That could mean meeting a friend, cooking a bigger meal, or trying something new. There's a big difference in how you structure your weekends. For example, you can game for 72 hours straight, or you can game for a lot of the weekend, but having one thing that feels like an event. So since he wants to cook more, he can make an exquisite meal on the weekend, or go meet his friends like he wanted to, or anything really. Gaming is great, but keep it as a hobby and not a lifestyle. So here are some of Daniel's non-negotiables for the month. Number 1 is to go to the gym or have your fallback workout 3 times a week. Number 2 is to cook at least twice a week in the same style that I said of just eating to eat. Number 3 is to have 2 screen-free evenings a week minimum, or every single day try and do your evening interrupt. And number 4 is to schedule out 1 weekend block where you can turn part of your weekend into an event. And with all that combined, I'm sure Daniel is seeing significant results in his life. And if you're tired of repeating the same week over and over, the 30-day game plan, just like we went over right now, is designed to pull you out of that loop. You fill out a short form, I dig into your answers, and you get back a plan like this: personal, specific, and sent straight to your inbox. The difference between another month of drifting and a month where you feel momentum is night and day. The link is in the description, and you can get yours started today.